All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Whatever it is in your neck of the woods. Good morning, Robert, Lisa, Rex, Kim, Kay. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. We're all in different time zones, so it's hard to say. It's hard to say what it is. It's right on that cusp. For me, it's still morning for 9 more minutes. Let's see. We got Oregon. We got Connie in the house, so she's still morning time. She's still AM. I'm AM. Um, but for everybody in the central time zone and the eastern time zone, it's already afternoon for them. So good afternoon and good morning. Listen, just real quick, I wanted to jump on here real quick. I have not heard a peep or anything about about what's going on today, the start of the trial. I'm just going to say that the GM trial, right? I'm not going to say her name because it is definitely a trigger word. I didn't put it in the title either. So listen, YouTube is still messing with us too. So I'm trying to stream across. I'm trying to stream across 2 or 3 of the YouTube channels right now, just to try to build up the audience, get the word out, and put some material out. You will also notice when you go on the channel that pretty much all the videos are gone. I took them all down. I took all the videos down on all the channels because these sons of bitches are they're going back all the way back to the beginning. They're copywriting me. They are trying like hell to find any reason to take us down. So I've taken all that away from them. I've taken their weapon away. So they will no longer copyright me. They will no longer come at me for anything that I've done in the past. All right. So moving forward, we will move forward cautiously. We'll be careful on our callers. We'll be careful on our guests. We'll be careful on what we say because of YouTube. So just giving you guys that heads up. If you go on the page, don't fret if you don't see the videos up there anymore. I took them down personally, so it's not YouTube. I did it. So anyway, back to what's going on right now. Just wanted to kind of touch base with you guys. Yes, all the videos are saved. I have all the videos. I took them down so they can't use it against me. Has anybody heard anything that's going on right now with the GM trial? As I know that there was some numbers put up last night on the channel. I took all those down, so I don't know if anybody called in. Has it even started yet? I'm way out of the loop. I'm trying to maneuver around YouTube right now. So I've spent my whole morning creating more channels and maneuvering and taking things down. So we now have channel 5, 6, and 7. Those will be the links to all those will be in the pages soon. You just got to give me some more time. So when you click on Liberty Warrior Nation or Liberty Warrior Nation 4, 5, 6, and 7 will be right there on that page. So if you want to subscribe to it, you sure can. They'll be right there for you hopefully by this evening when we go live. So just kind of giving you that update too. 5, 6, and 7 are all me. If there's anything past 7, it's not me, just so you guys know, because there's some characters out there that'll play their little games. So I'll just let you know when it's me and when it's not me. Hello, Devil Dog. Yeah, I'm just very, very curious on what is going on with GM. I don't know if they're going to leak anything, to be honest with you. Have I heard that Jack Twit stepped down? No, I haven't heard any. I haven't been in the news all day. I'm just now jumping on right now after getting a few things done to see what you guys know. Hey Tracy, I'm just running a few little videos here, Tracy. Nothing to worry about. Not staying on long. Just I got to get some material up on the channel so people can find us. So a lot of people looking for us. They can't find us. I took everything down. So I got to start putting some material up so people can get back to us. Right. All right. Trial is another sting operation. People watch and see. We'll see. Jacko resigned and was replaced. Very interesting. I'm gonna take a look at that. Trial will start at noon. Hold on, let me grab that. That must be noon Eastern, I'm guessing. Trial is to start at noon. Okay. So I'm assuming noon Eastern, I would guess, which it should already be going because it is 11 o'clock Mountain Time. It's 1 o'clock Eastern right now. So, hello, Richard Thomas from Wales. How are you? It's in Manhattan. Okay, so it is Eastern Time. So it should already be going right now. Noon, then they start at noon and then they stop and break and go to lunch. That sounds about right. Hi, Missy. Hello, Liberty Cowgirl. Jack Dorsey is resigning immediately. Jay Sekulow just put out that Jack Dorsey is resigning immediately, which Jack Dorsey is the CEO of Google, correct? Well, hello, Anne from UK, from Cornwall, UK. How are you? So there's the number for the audio. Let me grab that and put it up. I'll fricking call it. Let me grab it. Wrong one. Let's try. Let's see what happens for the audio on the trial. Let's check it out. Let's call this number. I don't know why anyone else is not calling it if this is the real deal. But we'll see what they say. Maybe it'll make my phone blow up. Is there an extension or anything? And the code is, okay, hold on. Let me grab that. I want to make sure I get the right code. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
Welcome to AT&T's teleconference service. Please enter your access code, followed by the pound sign. Your access code was not recognized. Please re-enter your access code, followed by the pound sign.
Sorry, doesn't work, folks.
Your access code was not recognized. Please re-enter your access code, followed by the pound sign.
All right, we tried. It says the access code is not valid. I tried it twice. It says the access code is not valid. So we tried it. We tried the number. We tried the access code. Well, so Linda's saying the access code. Are you guys just giving me a wild goose chase? We'll try her again. Heck, I got nothing but time. Let's try it again. I'll try this access code.
Welcome to AT&T's teleconference service.
I might get the
Please
wrong
enter your
person
access code,
that I don't
followed by
want.
the pound sign. Your access code was not recognized.
Nope. Negative ghostwriter on that one too. All right. Well, that was fun. Like Shane says, he has a hard time believing any of this is going to be available to any of us. especially if it's a federal case. I don't know. I don't know much about that stuff. I tried the number, doesn't work. Code doesn't work. But I'm sure without a doubt, all kinds of information will come out. I'm sure some of it will be true. I'm sure some of it will be lies. I'm sure some of it will be disinformation. I'm sure some of it will be misinformation. We will get a variety of all kinds of tall tales coming out of the start of this thing. So we've got to determine how are we going to figure out what's truth and what's not? How are we going to figure out what is truth and what is not? Because there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out on this trial. I anticipate a lot of wild ass stories. I anticipate a lot of disinformation. And unless you're right there in the courtroom and you actually are hearing what's being said, how are you going to know what to believe and what not to believe? Do I think this person is guilty of anything or had malintent or was connected to certain people that did very bad things? Yeah, I do believe that there is something there, or she wouldn't be behind bars and going to court right now. So everybody has their day in court, right? You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but I think nowadays you're guilty until you prove yourself innocent. And I'm not sticking up for this lady one bit. I'm just telling you that's what the law says. That's what this country was founded on. You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. I don't feel like that's always the case. Is this person involved in certain things? I think she was, but that's only speculation on my part. Again, I wasn't there. I wasn't in the room. I'm just going off of what has been said, what's been put out there. CEO Jack D has stepped down. That's what we hear. How sick is this person? I don't know, man. I watched a documentary on Netflix, of all places, of him and her, and it was disgusting. On Netflix. That was Netflix. If you haven't seen it, I can't remember what it's called. It's on Netflix. It's a documentary about Jeffrey and things that he was doing. It's pretty disgusting. Again, I don't want to judge anybody because it's not my place, and I don't have all the facts in front of me to make a judgment call. I just think that if anybody is involved in that type of activity with children, it's gross, it's disgusting, and they definitely should have their day in court. And if they're found guilty, they should definitely have some consequences for that. Period. No matter who it is. So, yeah, it irritates me too. I get pretty wound up about. I mean, this is an emotional thing, and they're pulling at our emotional strings with all this stuff in all kinds of different ways with our kids, with this trial, with Kyle, with all of it. They pull at us and they pull at us and they pull at us. We just got to be careful. Just got to be careful. The more time that goes by for me, the more skeptical I get, the more I just think about how much we have been lied to. I mean, give me a 1 in the chat if you guys think that we've been lied to about a lot of stuff. Like, do you believe we've been lied to in our education? Do you think we've been lied to in our history, in our education, in our schools? Do you think that lamestream media has always lied to us, or at least been lying to us for quite a while? Um, give me a 1 if you believe, you know, certain churches has probably lied to us. Um, how many of you people really think that we've been lied to on all different facets of our lives? Have we been lied to? Have we been lied to by the internet? Give me a 2 if you think that a lot of stuff on the internet is a lie. Give me a 2 in the chat if you think that things that you may research on the internet could not be true. And the reason why I say this and the reason why I bring this up is because the same people, if you think you've been lied to in schools and colleges and churches, lamestream media, if you believe that, these are the same people that own the internet. These same circles own the internet. These same circles are who control the information that goes on the internet. So I think I know people hate it when I'm a skeptic. People are like, Mike, you're too skeptical. Okay. Well, if you guys are all putting 1s and 2s in the chat, then I ask you this question. For all the ones out there trying to debunk everything, they're pulling information out of the same suck hole that the rest of us are. So, how do you know that the information you're pulling out of that same suck hole is the truth? I don't know. I don't know. Do you know? Yeah, bye bye, Jack Dorsey. Hopefully. I don't know. I really have to question a lot of things and try to use my common sense. Rely on God, pray about it. I just have a hard time. I have a hard time with people who claim that they have all the answers and all their stuff is correct and 100% true when you're pulling your information out of the same suck hole the rest of us are. So I don't know. You're so smart. You're the only one that has gone through all that stuff and figured out what's true and what's not. I have a hard time believing that. Jack Dorsey, good name there. He is CEO of Google, right? So he stepped down. Okay. Well, Google's tied to a lot of things on the internet. I don't care where you start. I don't care where you start. You can go to DuckDuckGo. You can go to all these other places and try to dig up information, but it all somehow leads back to Google. And I think that is by design. That is by design. So obviously, JD had a huge hand in the whole campaign of what do we want to call that? The whole campaign of 2019, 2020, right? JD made sure that Google put out certain information and didn't put out certain information. So let me ask you this question. If that one person has that much power to control what is seen and what is not seen on Google, on Facebook, with the other jackass and all the other things, then how in the hell are you capable of doing all your research and you are the only one finding all the truths in that suck hole? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. There's no way. Build an army, put an army together of researchers. It still is impossible. So that leaves me with this. That leaves me with this. We all are searching for the truth. And I feel like it is up to us to determine what that truth is. what it is that you want to believe, what it is that resonates with you, what it is that your gut tells you is true or not true. And listen, your gut may tell you something that you feel is true that my gut is telling me no. And that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. I'm okay with that. Doesn't mean that I have to agree with you. Um, just means that you've got a different intuition than I do. Maybe you're seeing something that I'm not, or maybe I'm seeing something that you're not. I feel like if you're so tunnel vision, you're so focused on just one thing all the time just focused on one thing and one theory and one path, you're not seeing the whole picture. I think Shane's real good at trying to see things through every lens. I think Jeff B is good at trying to see things from every lens. I think a lot of you out there try to see things from all sorts of lenses. That's how I do it. I look at everybody's theory, everybody's possibilities, everybody's um, research. Okay. And then I take all of that and I kind of put my own pieces together and think what I think. May not be correct. I'm sure I'm wrong a lot. That's okay. Whoever said in life you have to be 100% correct all the time? Is there a rule? Is there a rule in life that I missed where you're supposed to be 100% correct all the time? Because I'd like to find the first person that is in history correct all the time, 100% of the time. Show me that person. Yes, we need an open mind. There's a lot going on. There's going to be a lot of stuff thrown at us with this trial. I promise you. Mark my words. There will be a ton of stuff thrown at us coming out of this trial. I am going to step back and look at all of it because I know right out the gate today, this evening, by this evening, when everybody starts going live, everybody likes the same time to go live. Everybody's going to be on at the same time tonight. Everybody's going to be pushing their own agendas, their own hypotheses, their own theories, their own truths. They're going to push it hard tonight. I tend to stay away from the ridiculous sounding stories. I stay away from them. I have to stay away from them because some of them sound so ridiculous. My brain just cannot, it just can't say, okay, yeah, that's reality. Now, I stay away from them and I stay back and I just watch and I listen. I watch a lot of different channels. I listen to a lot of different channels. Not everybody knows that I'm there, but I'm watching, I'm listening. I see what they put out. I see what they say. I see how they act. I think everybody out there has something they can contribute. Problem is everybody, it seems like there's so many people. Let me back up for a second and rephrase that because I don't want to say everybody, because I know a lot of you listening right now are very open-minded. A lot of you are accepting, and I appreciate that. I appreciate how you accept me for who I am. Not all of you do, but for the most part, a lot of you accept me for who I am. And I try to accept you for who you are. But I think there's so many people out there that focus on our differences. Well, I can't like him because he's different. I can't like her because she's different. I can't like them because what they put out is not the same as what I put out. And we're so hyper focused on differences instead of being focused on what is truly important. That one, we're all God's children. Even if there's somebody out there I don't like, they're still God's child, regardless. And so I have to accept that. I have to recognize that. That's number one. Number two is that we're all Americans, right? That's number two. We are all Americans. If you were born here, you're an American. If you came here legally and you went through the process, welcome to America. You are an American. Love you just the same. I don't care where you came from. As long as you did it legally, you're my brother, you're my sister. If you're here illegally, do the right thing. That's all I'll say. Do the right thing or go home. Okay, so that's number two. We're all Americans. Number three, unless you're a complete idiot, I believe that each and every one of us, no matter if I agree with you, disagree with you, like your channel, don't like your channel, don't like your chats, like your chats, whether you come at me with love or you come at me with hate or contempt or disapproval or whatever, bottom line is number three, I believe that we are all trying to find truth. When you look at the word truth, that's a pretty vague word in my opinion. Truth means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So if you're the type of person that you take the word truth and you put a box around that and you say, only what I put in that box is truth, shame on you. Your truth ain't the same as mine. Religion, great example. What I believe, what I worship may not be the same as what you do. So does that mean that I put Jesus in a box and only what I believe and I put in that box is what true belief is, what true love is, what true relationship with our Father is? I don't think so. I think we all have a right to have our own beliefs, our own opinions. Well, Mike, you preach free speech. There's a person in my life that's kind of changed me on that. I do believe in free speech outside my house. If you want to stand across the street from my house and scream profanities at me, you're welcome to it. Does that mean I'm not going to walk across the street if you say the wrong thing about my mother and punch you in the face? I don't know. I can't guarantee that. But you still can stand across the street and scream at me if you choose. But the minute that you knock on my door and I invite you in my house, that free speech stops right there. You're now in my home. You're now in my space. So now you will respect me. You will respect my guests. You will respect my callers. You will respect my mods. You will respect LWN. Or you'll be shown the door. Free speech stops at the door, folks. But if you want to stand across the street and scream at me, you're welcome to it. That's what free speech is to me. That's my opinion. If you ask D-Dog, I think he said there's only two real free speeches, and that is religion and politics. I think if I'm not mistaken, and I think D-Dog was in the chat. So if I'm wrong, D-Dog, please correct me. But I believe you said free speech pertains to religion and politics. Right? Okay. So let's take politics for an example. And I know I said I was only going to be on for a few minutes, but I'm kind of on a roll right now, so I'm going to roll with it. Let's take religion for an example, or our politics. Excuse me, politics. So if we're to have free speech in politics, you can go out, you can say what you want, you can play a dirty campaign. I mean, look at all the campaigns passed and all the things said, even from Mr. T. Even from Mr. T. Look at the things that he said, even when he was campaigning about uh, lying Hillary and crooked Hillary and this, that, and the other. And he's not the only one. There was other politicians that said other things. Okay. I'm just using him as an example. So if they can say those things and get away with it, and I've got a channel that is a political channel. We talk about politics here. We have candidates that call in. We do interviews with candidates here. So if my channel is a political channel, then why do I not have the same free speech? Why do people want to censor me? Why do people want to tear me down? It's a political channel. I was told that I have free speech. Right? I don't know. Things just don't add up to me. That's why I stay skeptic. I think there's two sets of rules for society. I think there's a set of rules for the elite. I think there's a set of rules for the rest of us. I think even here on YouTube, there's two sets of rules. Let me ask you a question. I'm going to ask the chat a question. As a tyrannical arm of our overseers, do you think that if you're putting out truth about them, truth about what they're about, what they're doing to us, do you think that they'd let you stay up, or do you think that they would take you down? Give me a 1 if you think they would take us down, if you're over the target, if you're putting out things that shine light on certain things. You may not always be correct. You may be far away from where it needs to be. But if you're putting truth out there, or at least the best that you can put out with the resources that you have, that's shining a light on politicians, shining a light on the White House, shining light on all kinds of things. Do you think that they would allow you to continue to put that out, or do you think they would censor you, suppress you, and take you down? That's question 1. Question 2 is, if you're not even close to the target, or if maybe you're part of the problem, and your channel never gets taken down, ever, what's your thought on that? That's what I'd like to know. What's your thought on that? Because I've been taken down several times. Hell, I got an email last night. I got another strike talking about what happened in November. Got me a strike. So if they had nothing to worry about and what happened in November, then why are they taking me down? Why? Why are these other channels never taken down? Just a question that I have. I kind of feel like the tyrannical arm of our overseers. If you're putting stuff out there that is not true, I feel like they'd let you stay up. What do they care? So you're putting bullshit out. They don't care. You're putting out misinformation. You're putting out stuff that's not true, that doesn't really affect them. They don't care. You're still up. If you put out information that shines light on certain things that's happened in the last few months, in the last few years. They don't want that out there. So what are they going to do? When in world history has any government, any tyrannical government, including communism or anything else, when has that ever been okay for you to put things out that shine light on that? When? Prove me wrong. When? When have they allowed that to happen? Or have they come in and gathered things up, taken things down, burned things, books? Education, taking education down, taking it out. When in history have they ever allowed that to happen? Never. Never. I look at it this way, and this is only my observation. This is only my opinion. If you're not getting taken down, you ain't putting shit out. If you're not getting taken down, your shit don't matter. Because whatever you're putting out there, they approve of. And folks, we are in a battle for our lives. We are in a battle for our country. We are in a battle for our liberties. We are in a battle for our freedoms. What happens on the battlefield? Soldiers get wounded. Soldiers get taken out. Right? So if you don't have battle scars, if you don't have wounds, if you're not getting taken down, I question that. I question it. As a skeptic, I have to question it. I have to look at the material. I know my buddy Jeff Riddle, hell, he gets taken down all the time. That guy's got some balls, just so you know. Jeff Riddle, he calls people up on the phone. I love watching that, man. He'll call them up. He'll ask them questions right there on his show. He's trying to put constitutional stuff out. He's trying to educate people. That's the other thing. Here's another question for you. I know a lot of people don't like it when I bring people on my channel to try to educate and give intelligent information about the Constitution, about affidavits, about what it is that you need to do to join the fight and to, at your local level, make a difference. So, thank you, Lily J. I appreciate it. If other channels are not getting taken down and other channels are not trying to educate their viewers, that's the key word. Educate their viewers. Then what are they really doing to try to help the movement? What are they really doing to try to help move the line forward? Because we can't hold the line any longer, folks. Hold the line means nothing to me. Hold the line means sit there and do the same shit today that we did yesterday and expect a different result. What is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. That is the definition of insanity. So if you're holding the line, it's too late for that. We need to move the line forward. We need to get involved. We need to be proactive. We need to be active. We need to have actions behind our words to make a difference. Just my thoughts. You may agree, you may not agree. You have that right. You may not like me. Guess what? Those days of me caring are way gone. I'm over it. You don't like me, I don't care. You don't like what I say, I don't care. Not everything that I'm going to say is going to make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Not everything that I'm going to tell you or put out there to you or show you is going to be something that is going to make you feel like you got a big teddy bear hug and everything's going to be okay and the magic button's going to be pushed and one day everything's going back to normal. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. What I'm trying to give you is reality. Some of the reality is dark. Some of the reality is scary. Some of the reality is shit. But it's reality. So you got to look at it and say, okay, well, that sucks. I don't like it. How can I change it? How can I change it? How can I change it? Not how can you change it? Not how can my neighbor change it? Not how another channel can change it. How can I change it? How can I, one person, do what needs to be done to get involved, to talk to my county sheriff, to go to a school board meeting, to run for office, to put my money where my mouth is? I don't know. I don't know what your answer is. I know what my answer is. I ain't going anywhere. I'm going to be right here every stinking day trying to educate my viewers with intelligent information, with history, with constitution, with the tools that you need so that you can get in the fight. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get involved at my local level here. I've got people already talking to me. I've been talking to people here in my own hometown to get involved. I got people that I'm involved with in a neighboring county. I'm involved with them, talking to them, getting them involved. That's how I'm trying to make a difference. Can I do more? I think we can all, in one way or another, continue to grow and contribute more. Absolutely. Can I get better? Absolutely. Can I do better? Absolutely. So I ask you this question. Are you a bitcher where you sit there and you just bitch about it? Or are you a doer? Because you can only be one or the other. You can't be both. Are you involved? Are you getting involved? Regardless if you can leave the house or not, there's always a place for you. There's a place for every person in this chat right now for you to do something. Be a doer. Don't be a bitcher. Don't just talk. Do. Get involved. There's no need for violence. There's no need to get kinetic. There's no need for any of that nonsense. Not at this point. There's still time. There's still a window. We've had people call in the show and tell us all kinds of things that they have accomplished in the last few weeks, few months. School board members that have been voted out or removed, new ones brought in. There's people that have stepped down. Jack Dorsey, JD stepping down. Why? I don't know. But I think there's going to be a lot of them that do step down. I think if we continue to put pressure in the right places by using our voices, using our computers to type emails and affidavits, to use your pen, to use your pencil, to use your crayon, whatever you got to use, whatever's available to you. Put pressure on those people. Use your telephone. Use your landline. Use your cell phone. Put pressure where pressure needs to be on the right people. When you do that, you're involved. When you do that, you're a doer. When you do that, we get results. Looks like AT&T's blocking people from the MW or GM trial. Doesn't surprise me. All right, folks. There's my soapbox for today. I'm glad you joined me. I got to practice what I preach. I've committed to you guys several things in my life, in my personal life, and on this show. I'll recommit myself today. My commitment is I'm not going anywhere. Nobody's going to scare me. Nobody's going to break me down. Nobody's going to change me. Nobody's going to push me out. Not going anywhere. I'm going to be here every night, same time. That's my commitment to you guys. We're going to shed skin. We're going to have a new, fresh look here real soon. We're shedding the old skin. We're going to have the new. And we're going to get amped the frick up. And we're going to roll our sleeves up and we're going to go to work. And I'm going to take every one of you that wants to join me. I'm going to take you with me on this journey of taking our country back, getting our country back. But we have to earn it. We have to work for it. Nothing is free. Get rid of the damn popcorn. Throw the popcorn in the trash. Get down and do some sit-ups and some push-ups and get your ass in shape. Get ready to go to work. We can do this. We can do it together. One step at a time. One day at a time. 1 week at a time. 1 month at a time. And we will have success. God wins no matter what. He's already won the battle for us. All we got to do is do our part. I'm just trying to nudge you and say, do your part. Get involved. The affidavits take 5 minutes to fill out. What are you waiting on? If you have problems reading like I do at times, ask for help. Have somebody read it to you. You can't write? Ask somebody to help you. You tell them what you want written on the affidavit. Let them fill it out for you. There are things that we can do. My job is to take the excuses away. That's what I've told my crew for decades that I've ran. I had foremen work for me, and they said, Mike, how do you run your crew? I take the excuses away. I give them the tools they need. I give them the information they need. I give them direction, and I set them loose. If you take the excuses away, there's no reason why they shouldn't be productive. So my job with you guys is to educate you, to give you the tools, to give you direction on how you can make a difference. And then it is up to you to be productive. I can't do it for you, but I can sure damn help you get there. I love y'all. Have a great afternoon. Keep one eye on the sky, one ear to the ground. Check out what's going on. Look around. Love somebody. Help somebody. We'll be back this evening, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain Time. Love y'all.